Good morning class. Today in this video I will explain poem Amanda line wise. The poet of this poem is Robin Klein. She is poetess, and in this poem Robin Klein is giving some instructions to her daughter. Her daughter Amanda is 5 or 6 years old little girl. She is immature. So due to immaturity, she does some mistakes. She does some mistakes. So her mother is giving her instructions. You don't do these bad things. She says, don't bite your nails, Amanda. Amanda is a little 6 or 7 years old girl. She always keep on biting her nails with her teeth. So mother does not like this bad habit of Amanda, and she instructs Amanda, she scolds Amanda for this bad habit. Don't hunch your soldiers. Hunch means lower down. Amanda, whenever she sits, she always sits lowering down her soldiers. Her mother does not like this habit also. She says to Amanda, whenever you have to sit, sit always straight, sit always erect, never bend down your shoulders and sit. It's not a good habit. Stop that slouching. Whenever Amanda sits somewhere, she sits very lazily, dropping her shoulders. So her mother does not like this also, and she says to Amanda, she instructs Amanda to always sit straight, erect, never sit slouching or dropping the shoulders. The mother of Amanda is giving all these instructions to Amanda. On the other hand, Amanda is lost in her imagination. She ignores the instructions of her mother. She does not like the instructions of her mother because she thinks that her mother is curtailing, reducing her freedom by giving different instructions regarding her activities. So she loses in her imagination. Her first imagination is, there is a languid emerald sea. Languid means calm, relaxed. Emerald means bright and green. She imagines herself as a mermaid, water fairy. And she imagines that she is not at home. She is in the middle of sea. The sea that is very relaxed. The sea that is very huge and green. Where the sole inhabitant is me. And Amanda also imagines that there are no other water fairies in the sea, in the calm and quiet sea. She is sole inhabitant. Sole means all alone. Inhabitant means resident. She is only resident, only present in the whole entire sea. And the sea is very calm and quiet. And there she is enjoying her freedom, lonely, just like the mermaid, just like the water fairy. What she is doing in the calm and green emerald sea, she is drifting blissfully. Drifting means moving, blissfully means happily. She is very happily moving in the calm and big, huge, tremendous green sea, all alone and enjoying her freedom. There is no one there to disturb her in her freedom, just like her mother. At home, her mother always gives her instructions when she does anything. So she is fed up from that instructions, and she imagines herself to be a mermaid, to be a water fairy. In next stanza, her mother again instructing her, scolding her for her bad habits. She says, did you finish your homework, Amanda? She is asking about the homework that was given by the teacher to Amanda. कि if she had finished it. Did you tidy your room? Tidy means clean your room, Amanda. And mother inquired if she had cleaned her room where she is living, because mother always finds her room dirty. I thought I told you to clean your shoes. And the mother also asked about the shoes. Amanda, have you cleaned your shoes or not? All these things, all these questions mother is asking to Amanda, because Amanda does all these things very late. But Amanda does not listen carefully the instructions and questions of her mother, and she again is lost in her imagination, and this time she imagines herself as an orphan child. Orphan child means a child whose parents are dead. Such children are known as the orphan. She imagines herself that she does not have parents, and she is enjoying her freedom just like the orphan children, roaming the street. Because Amanda is immature, and she thinks that orphan children who always keep on moving in the streets, they are free. They enjoy their freedom very freely. There is no one to reduce their freedom, just like her mother. And she imagines that what she will do, imagining herself as an orphan child. I pattern means make designs. I means here Amanda will make designs. Soft dust, the soft dust which is lying on the surface of the earth. Over the soft dust with my hushed bare feet. Hushed means quiet, bare feet, without wearing slippers, without wearing shoes. With her bare feet, naked feet, she will make designs over the soft dust that is lying on the surface of the earth. And there will be no parents who will scold her, who will instruct her, who will prevent her from doing this, because she has imagined herself as an orphan child. She has no parents, and parents always interfere in the activities of children, but here the orphan children do not have parents, and so whatever they like they can do. So she imagines that I am an orphan child. I will make designs on the soft dust with my bare, quiet feet. The silence is golden. She imagines that she is all alone in the earth, and there is layer of the soft dust, and the silence is very golden, very dear to her, very lovely to her, and the freedom is very sweet, whatever the orphan children enjoy. So she also imagines herself as an orphan child, and she is enjoying her freedom by herself, where there are no parents who always prevent her, who always scolds her for her activities. Next stanza. Again mother is scolding her. Mother is giving her some instructions. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Amanda is a little girl and she loves eating chocolates very much. So the mother is instructing her, you have not to eat much chocolates, because chocolates are very harmful and they cause pimples on your face. Remember your acne, Amanda. Amanda has many pimples. Acne means pimples on her face. So the mother is reminding Amanda that she had a great number of pimples on her face only due to much eating of the chocolates. So Amanda, stop eating chocolates, because chocolates always cause pimples on your face. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you? Amanda, as I have already told you, she does not like the instructions and scoldings of her mother, because She thinks that her mother is preventing or curtailing or reducing her freedom by giving instructions, by interfering in the activities of Amanda. So whenever mother talks to her, she does not look at her. She always lost in her imagination. So here mother is very angry with Amanda, and she is saying that whenever I am talking to you, look at me. Don't look down. Don't try to ignore her. These instructions mother is giving to Amanda. And once again Amanda lost in another imagination, and I will explain it in the next video.